This is my triple tomato salad, which could be quadruple, or what's the word for 5?
Quintuple.
Yes. So at the end of the season, tomatoes are everywhere, right? So the tomatoes you thought were ripe are now overripe. The tomatoes that are overripe are on the way out. So this is kind of a way to use all of them. And I like tomatoes plain and in a salad, but I love the texture of them cooked, raw, and marinated. So that's what we're doing. So we're taking the tomatoes that aren't so great. And these little cherry tomatoes that are like, they're good, but they're not really as good as they should be. We're gonna roast them, okay? In a 350-degree oven. Very simple until, I like to say, they give it up. They're just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Right? Throw a little olive oil, throw the tomatoes, a little smoked sea salt or regular sea salt, some dried thyme, which I love for roasting, and a few pieces of garlic. This is not confit of tomatoes. This is just a quick roast. You put it in there and you leave it alone for about 20 minutes, just like that, all right?
All right.
350, and is that what you have? You see they've sort of given it up? Mm-hmm. Kind of crinkly, but really nice. And what the beauty of this is that stuff on the bottom. We want to keep that. That is really gorgeous. So I'm going to put that aside for step 1. Step 2, we're going to make a marinated salad. Now, these are those jelly bean tomatoes that are just like you keep eating them and you can't stop. They're so sweet. They're usually orange or yellow, and they call them grape or jelly beans. There's all kinds of names. These are really fresh. First, I'm going to make a little vinaigrette with a little bit of honey, some mustard, and a little bit of Calabrian chili.
This guy, I
Just
guess.
a touch.
Favorite.
Joey Calabrese over here from the old neighborhood.
And a little bit of white wine vinegar and olive oil. That's it. And it's done, right? So you're just gonna take this, let it sit, maybe a little salt and pepper, okay? And that is the marinade. So we're gonna just cut the rest of them up, and now we have 2 tomatoes working. So 2 of our 3 are done, okay?
Geoffrey, my favorite tip that you ever taught here on the kitchen was when you made a BLT and you sliced the tomatoes and you took the tomato juice left on the board and brushed it on the bacon.
Yes,
There you go.
I remember.
Okay, so in that I put a few raw red onions.
Wow.
You know, and I'm gonna put that in there and leave it sort of to marinate. And that's step 2. Boom. So this is, heirloom tomatoes, which means?
It's like original OG tomato from the ye old yesteryears. Original seeds.
Yeah,
of the
like
plant.
60 years or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut it down around. You're gonna hold the core with your finger, go around the core. Very important, this piece is the best part of the tomato, right there. That piece, to me. I like to put that aside and save it. And then,
It's like the oyster of the tomato.
I sort of trim them up just a bit, and we won't throw any of this away. This is
I love
beautiful.
these heirloom tomatoes. When you go to the
look at that
farm
color,
stand,
right?
and there's all these different ones.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Hue.
So with the tomato, I just want to show you that piece there. Isn't that beautiful? It almost looks like a melon, right?
So pretty.
Oh,
So the fresh is going to be on top. The marinated and the roast are going to be sort of spread around. So every bite, you have a little bit of a different style of tomato. So for this, just to loosen it, I'm going to put a touch of vinegar on the bottom. That's just to loosen it. And all of that tomato and salt has just created this gorgeous little vinaigrette. And we're just going to drop it down. And you could just see that these tomatoes now have like sort of dehydrated and become more intense.
So important when you marinate things to stir them right before you
Yes.
plate.
Oh. And then we're just gonna have some fun with this because these just deserve one thing, and that's salt and olive oil, like you said
amen to
earlier.
that.
Because they are so beautiful.
Maybe some of that smoked sea salt you had over there would be good. Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, buddy.
And then I like dill on tomatoes. I don't know why.
So good.
I love dill. And a few pieces of basil. So I just like to throw a few on top. And there you have our 3 expressions or 3-part tomato salad, roasted, marinated.
Uh-oh, someone's dipping in already.
Ready to
Someone's
go on this.
Sharpening her
So there you
fork.
have that. Isn't that pretty?
That is
Beautiful.
beautiful. Chef.
Beautiful.
I mean,
Katie, I'm gonna give you a little,
Yes, I really want to try this.
seared piece of fish, like a sea bass with that would be
that,
very
yeah.
good.
there you are, Katie.
I can't wait to try this.
Look at that.
Why, thank you. Look how beautiful that is. Gosh, I wouldn't expect anything less, though, of a Geoffrey Zakarian tomato salad.
Now, what's acceptable to add to this? Can I add some shrimp? Can I add mozzarella?
If you want a small piece of burrata, we go with this, but texturally, this should be enough.
Geoffrey, the way that you added the roasted in there, the marinated, which has such a zing from the vinegar and their own natural acidity, and then paired it with the dill and the basil, I don't need anything else. Like, I can just end the meal. The starter is plenty. I mean, star, A+.
Thank you.
Love it, love
Thank
it,
you.
love it.